Om Shri Sai Ram. A very hearty Sai Ram to all dear children. In the previous two classes, we have discussed a overall a bird's view about the Bangalore division, and we discussed about the natural resources, about the rivers, about the poets and folk literature. So these things we discussed in the previous class. So today we are going to study further details regarding the Bangalore division. We will this chapter will be, this particular slides will be on education and health in this Bangalore division. You know that education and health are very important. So education makes us as human resource. So human resource, health is also important. Then only if we have proper knowledge, skill and good health, then we can contribute towards the society or welfare of the society. If we don't have proper education, we will not have any skills. So if we don't have proper health, then we cannot work properly. So health and education are very important. So in this regard, what are the different contributions in the field of education health by the government and the private? So Bangalore division has achieved immensely in the field of education. So in the field of education, Bangalore has done very good work. Example, there are two recipients of Bharat Ratna award. Bharat Ratna is the highest civilian award given to the citizens of India who have done very tremendous work in any field. So example here, Sir M. Vishweshwaraya has been awarded the Bharat Ratna award, and also Professor C.N.R. Rao, a scientist, he has also been awarded the Bharat Ratna award. So in this particular division, we can see that Sir M. Vishweshwaraya and Professor C.N.R. Rao have been awarded the Bharat Ratna award, which is the highest civilian award for their contribution towards the welfare of the society. Also we have Sir C.V. Raman, the Nobel Prize winning physicist, conducted his research in Bangalore. So C.V. Raman Research Center is there. So he was the director also of the Indian Institute of Science. So Professor C.V. Raman, a famous scientist. So it's also a center of education. So there are very many public and private universities. Public means run by the government, and private which are run by the private owners. Example, apart from these, there are many central research and scientific laboratories to do the research. We have different laboratories which they do scientific research. Tumkur, Bengaluru, Shivamogga and Davanagere have universities. So under these universities, we have different colleges there, degree colleges. So Tumkur University, Bangalore University, Shivamogga, it's called as Kuvempu University. Then we have the Davanagere University. Here are 4 universities in this Bangalore division. There is also an agriculture university in Bangalore. It's called as GKVK, Gandhi Krishi Vidya Kendra, where there are a lot of research in the field of agriculture, agriculture marketing, soil and other relating to the different insects which are useful in the agriculture field. Like that, we have the GKVK or Gandhi Krishi Vidya Kendra, Hebbal, Bangalore. So that is there. Then the government is encouraging primary education since pre-independence period. So because if we don't start at the grassroots level, then higher education will not be successful. So there should be a proper foundation. So the basic education, pre-primary, all this is very important for the people becoming as a human resource. Many religious institutions are also providing education apart from government. So government, we have the Sarva Shikshana Abhiyan, the Department of Education, Pre-University Board, different. Apart from this, there are many religious organizations which are providing education to the masses. Example, we can see here two of the pontiffs or Matadipatis. Example, Shivakumara Swamiji of the Siddhaganga Math, and this Balagangadhar Natha Swamiji of the BGS, that is the Okkaliga Math. So they have been providing education to the masses. In this way, there are different religious communities. The Mutts have started educational institutions and providing education to their communities as well as to other communities also. Siddhaganga Math, a religious institution in Tumkuru, is providing food and education to thousands of people under the leadership of Sri Shivakumara Swamiji, who recently passed away. Next, his successors, they are managing the trust and providing education. So another mutt is Adi Chunchanagiri mutt under leadership of late Sri Balangadratna Swamiji, also providing education in the field of basic and professional education. They have the engineering colleges, also medical colleges, and they are also providing education. Then Davanagere, Chitradurga, we have the Muruga Mata. So their contribution also is great to the field of education. Then Sirigere, Tarulabalumat of Chitradurga. So these are all the notable mutts, religious organizations which are providing education to the masses. Most of the districts of this division have engineering colleges and medical colleges. So many are there, like example, all Adinchunagiri Institute of Medical Science and many other colleges are there, engineering and medical, also pre-university and primary schools run by these religious organizations. So in the field of healthcare also, Bangalore division has made a lot of progress, because if we want to lead a happy life, our health should be in a good condition. If you want to contribute anything to society, our health should be in good condition. So it has contained contagious diseases. There are various cholera, malaria and many other contagious diseases are there, and because of the great efforts by the government and also the private bodies, they have been able to contain or prevent many of the diseases. Infant death rates have been reduced drastically. Infant death means where a child is born, infant. So many proper care is not taken and the child dies within a few days of its birth because of the unhygienic condition, or the mother has been not provided proper health care and nutrition. So there were many other factors, but with the efforts of the government and other private bodies, so now the infant death rate, the number of children dying below the age of 5 has now reduced. Smallpox and polio have been eradicated completely. So smallpox, a disease was there. Polio, where the body becomes twisted and that person will not be able to work properly. So that was their polio. Due to the polio program, that polio has been eradicated or removed. Monkey disease prevalent in the forest regions of Shimoga has also been eradicated. There were different due to the animal death. That was called as Mangana Kaile, or this called as monkey disease. People will get fever and other things. So this is particularly in the Shimoga region, that also has been controlled now. In spite of all these efforts, children in even rural areas are still malnourished, means they don't get proper nutrition. So government is trying its level best. Example, the midday meal scheme, that is Madhyanada Bisi Uta, that program is done by the government. Also the Antyodaya Anna Yojana, where the Anna Bhagya or different programs by the government, so that people will get food also through the public distribution system or the ration shops. People will get grains, rice and other pulses at a very cheap rate compared to the market price. So they are trying to take all the measures so that the mother and the child is properly nourished. So in the rural areas, there are what you call as the PHC or primary health centers, which provide basic medical facility. And every district has a district hospital well equipped with all the necessary equipments to treat the patients. So at the village level, we have the PHC, then we have the taluk level, taluk hospitals, district level, district hospitals are there to take care of the people. And there are many health workers who come to the village and provide the iron tablets or the dewormination and other programs are there, so that people health will be in a good condition. Bigger towns and villages have community health centers, Samudaya Arogya Kendra, what you call. Taluk centers have taluk hospitals. The government has established primary health centers, PHC, with to function 24/7, that is day and night, to ensure the safe delivery. Example, pregnant women will be there. So for their safe delivery, the 24/7 service also has been made by the government. Mobile health facilities are there to provide better facilities to pregnant women. Many times they may not be in a position to come to the hospital because of the long distance or the there is no access to roads. During those time, ambulances will be sent to that area and to bring the patient, that mother or any other patients are there. In this way, to provide a safe facility, the 108 facility also has been provided by the government. So, try to answer these questions. Name the disease which is prevalent in the forest areas of Shivamogga. Name 2 Bengalurians who have recipients of Bharat Ratna Award. What is the name of the hospital established in rural areas by the government? What is it called? Okay. Next, we have discussed about now health and education. Coming to cultural resources. So, culture is very important. Samskruti, because that will shape our mindset. If otherwise we will call it's a very uncultured fellow. So, culture means culturing means removing whatever unwanted things and maintaining what is good in our human nature. It is rich in culture. So, means song or music, all these things. It is rich with the forest, wild animals, river valleys and religious places. Tourist centers are there, cultural festivals are there. These are going to have an impact on our thinking process. So, the literature we read, the places we visit, the temples, the music we listen, the stories we read, everything will have an impact and it will shape our culture or our personality. Political stalwarts have also, means big leaders or statesmen have contributed or given their contribution to the development of the state. The chief architect of Karnataka integration, Kengal Hanumantaya, is from this division. Earlier Karnataka was divided into, example, there was called as Madras Presidency. Some areas, Mysore, that region came under the control of Madras. There were other regions called as Bombay Presidency, which came under the control of Bombay. In this way, Karnataka was divided into different pieces. Later on, Karnataka Ekikarana, so that they formed an organization and brought all these areas under one what you call as today Karnataka. Earlier it was called as the Mysore state. Later on it was named as November 1st, 1973. It was called as Karnataka. So, Kengal Hanumantaya is also from this near Ramnagar Kengal place. He is the person who built this Vidhana Sauda. Today we have a magnificent building, Vidhana Sauda. So, it was his contribution. So, we should. So, Kengal Hanumantaya, beautiful architecture of Vidhana Sauda, where our MLAs, member of Legislative Assembly and the member of Legislative Councils sit there and the rules are made there. Then another pioneer or person who took the lead of unification of Karnataka was S. Nijalingappa, who is from Davanagere. He was also the Chief Minister of Karnataka. He also undertook many programs for the bringing Karnataka into a single state or making it integrating or uniting. Shantaveri Gopalagowda, a great leader from Shivamogga, also laid the foundation for socialist movement in Karnataka. What is socialist? Means equality to everyone, equal distribution of resources to everyone. That was the concept of Shantaveri Gopalagowda, a great leader from Shivamogga district. Then you might have heard of the name Salumarada Timmakka. So, a great lady, so born in the poor family, they did not have any children, but she and her husband considered the plants and trees as their own children, and for kilometers together the husband and the wife used to take water and they used to water the plants, and today they have grown. So, if you go to Ramanagara, so there you can find on both the sides of the roads trees. So, Salumarada Timmakka, she has been awarded with many awards by national and international organizations for her contribution towards environmental protection. She still lives in poor condition, very humble, so did not have any transport facility, but they used to take water and water the plants. Such a great sacrifice this lady Salumarada Timmakka has done. Then coming to the field of sports, we have great cricketers like Anil Kumble, who was a leg spinner. He is also from Bangalore. B.K. Sayangar, an international yoga expert. Then a great Swamiji called Malladi Raghavendra Swamiji from Malladi Halli near Chitradurga. there he what you call propagated or made this yoga great concept and brought it to different people at the village level to the field of yoga. So B.K. Sayangar, then Malladi, Raghavendra Swamiji, these are the two great personalities who have contributed a lot in making yoga a famous thing. So there are many scenic places or beautiful tourist places in this particular division. So then we have great freedom fighters who had taken part in the freedom struggle from this area. Example, K.C. Reddy, K. Chengal Rai Reddy, who was the first Chief Minister of Karnataka, then Chief Minister second Kangal Hanumantayya, and many great leaders like Chief Minister S. Nijalingappa. These people from the pre-independence days, they have fought for the freedom struggle. Through their struggle, they became leaders and later on became the Chief Ministers and led the state in a very beautiful manner. Then we have, as I told you, Shantaveri Gopalagowda, Kadidala Manjappa, then Bhagirathamma and many other leaders. Only we know few names. There are many nameless people, means we don't know their names, but all have contributed for the independence of this country and integration of Karnataka or making Karnataka, which were all under Bombay Presidency, Madras Presidency, bringing them under one banner. So these people have played a very important role. So try to answer this question. Name the first Chief Minister of Mysore State. Later on it is called as the Karnataka State. So earlier Mysore State. Name the first Chief Minister of Mysore State. Name two architects of Karnataka integration. Integration means Ekikarana, bringing Karnataka under one division. So who are the people who have contributed? Try to answer this. Uniqueness of this Bangalore division. What is unique? Unique means a special feature. So everything, every place has its own uniqueness or speciality. So Bangalore division has 9 districts as mentioned earlier. It has 9 districts. So in the first slide we have discussed Tumkur, Bangalore rural, Bangalore urban. Then we have Chikkaballapur, Kolar, Tumkur, Davanagere, Chitradurga. These are the 9 districts which come under the Bangalore division. So Ramanagara, it was established in the 2007 because for administrative purpose the districts were made small so that they can administer properly. Ramanagara was established in the 2007. Chikkaballapura from Kolar District 2007. Davanagere 1997. So these were the newly formed districts. Bangalore Urban District. Bangalore is the capital city of Karnataka. Pendakaluru or Bangalore. Vidhan Soudha is the administrative center of Karnataka government. All our legislation or rules and regulation, all the important offices, the Chief Minister office, everything is there in Bangalore. So there is a High Court. All our cases are there. The legal cases, matters to solve it. We have the High Court. At the Taluk level, we have the Taluk Court. District level, we have the District Court. At the state level, we have the High Court. It's called as High Court. It is there in Bangalore. So then we have the beautiful gardens, Lal Bagh and Kabban Park. Lal Bagh. Lal means red because there were many red roses were there. And Kabban Park, it was named after Lord Kabban, who was a British officer who was in Bangalore. So after his name, this Kabban Park is named. So Lal Bagh means the garden, Lal Bagh, where even today, every year there is a flower festival where many tourists come and visit this Lal Bagh once in a year. Then we have the Nandi Hills, a famous hill resort in Chikkaballapur District. And there we have the Yoganandeshwara temple and beautiful scenery. You can see that it is in Chikkaballapur District, Nandi Hills, a summer resort. Even Gandhiji, during the freedom struggle, it is told that he stayed there for nearly 3 months to improve his health condition. Also, there was a SARC summit, that is South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation meeting, which was there. During that time, Prime Minister was Rajiv Gandhi. The meeting was held in Nandi Hill Resort. So in this way, Nandi Hills is a famous resort. It is 50 kilometers from Bangalore. It is in Chikkaballapur District. Then we have heavy public industries, means which are run by the government. Example, HMT, Hindustan Machine Tools, and BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited, which produce the war tankers and relating to the other big machinery. So BHEL and HMT, these are the different industries there which are run by the government. Then private industries, software example, Infosys is there, Biocon. Then we have the Tata Consultancy and many other industries which are run by the private people. So we have both industries which are run by the government as well as the private people in this particular division. So this is Lal Bagh in Bangalore. It is called as the Glass House, and flower decoration, flower show will be there every year during the time of January. Then he is the person called Kengal Hanmantaya, who was the chief minister and who was responsible for building the Vidhana Saudha building, magnificent building. On that is written, government work is God's work. Sarkarada Kelasa, Devara Kelasa. He was the person who was responsible for the construction of Vidhana Saudha. Then there are 4 taluks in this Bangalore division. This Bangalore rural, Bengaluru North, Bengaluru South, Bengaluru East and Anekal. This comes under Bangalore. Then we have the Bruhat Bangalore Mahanagara Palike, BBMP. So to maintain the city or everything, the basic amenities of the city, it is formed called BBMP, Metro Bengaluru, Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike, which will manage the cleanliness of the city, drainage facility, water, parks, education. So this comes under BBMP or Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike. Many scenic spots are in the district. Bannerghatta National Park is a most to see for the children. So there is a permission is given. So you can go on a safari sitting on the elephant, or through vehicles they will allow you, and you can watch the animals freely roaming. So but all the protection has to be taken. You have to pay the fees there. And there is also a snake park. So where you can find different varieties of snakes. So you should visit all these places, Bannerghatta National Park, Nandi Hills. Then coming to the temples, famous temples. We go to the temple to pray to God, so to have peace of mind, and also various festivals are so celebrated so that all people come together. There will be harmony, understanding, so that there will be all coming together of the people so that they will enjoy their life. So example, there is a Someshwara temple at Alsur. So Alsur, there is a big lake, Alsur lake. There is a temple called Someshwara. Then Gavi Gangadhareshwara temple, which belongs to the period of Nada Prabhu Kempegoda. As already we discussed, there were called as earlier Nayakas. The Nayakas of under the Vijayanagara rulers. Kempegoda was also one such a Nayaka. Under his leadership, Gangadhareshwara temple was built. Dodda Basavanna temple, then Dharmaraya Swami temple and Kote Venkataraman temple are all the most important places, temples in this Bangalore division. Then India is a land of different religions. We have Hindus, we have Muslims, Christian, Jain, Buddhist. There is a century-old Saint Andrew's Church, Saint Joseph's Church. So these are all the important churches you can find in Bangalore. Similarly, many masjid where followers of Islam go there to pray, perform namaz. So also there. Sagin Jamia Masjid, Jamma Masjid and Jamia Masjid are important masjid in Bangalore area. Khadriya Masjid was built recently in 1981 and Bilal Masjid was built at Bannerghatta Road in 2015. So a lot of religious works also taking place. So India is a land of religious harmony. Different people live harmoniously. So we have the masjids, mandir and mosque, all these things are there. So you can see here one of the Tipu Sultan's palace there in Bangalore. Then beautiful building of Vidhana Saudha we have. So coming to the Bengaluru rural districts. One is we have completed Bengaluru urban. Now coming to the Bengaluru rural. This district came into existence in the year 1986 for administrative purpose. Bangalore was divided into Bengaluru urban district and Bengaluru rural district. there are 4 taluks coming under Bangalore rural. What are those? Which are those districts? Nelamangala, Doddaballapura, Devanhalli and Hoskote. So these are the 4 taluks which are coming under Bangalore rural district. Nelamangala, Doddaballapura, Devanhalli and Hoskote. Shivagange is a famous place in Nelamangala taluk and is a famous religious place, Shivagange. Then we have the Kempegowda International Airport in Devanhalli, so where international flights come there. Earlier there was a flight called HAL in Bangalore, because now Bangalore has become an international city where people from different countries come for business and tourism. So Devanhalli was selected and it is called as Kempegowda International Airport. So then coming to the next district in this Bangalore division is Ramanagara District. So Ramanagara District was formed on 23rd of August 2007. So there are 4 taluks in this Ramanagara. So Channapatna, Kanakapura, Ramanagara and Magadi. So these are the 4 taluks, Channapatna, Kanakapura taluk, Ramanagara and Magadi. These are the 4 taluks coming under Ramanagara district. This district is the fastest growing industrial hub of Karnataka. There are many industries coming in this particular hub or area. The Bidadi Industrial Center is one of the prominent industrial centers. So government, what it does, it selects a place and provides all the basic infrastructure like buildings, electricity, water, transportation, everything so that the person who wants to establish industry can come here. So that is called as industrial hub or industrial area. So Bidadi is one such famous industrial area. There are thousands of medium and small scale industries. Some are medium scale, means that depends on how much they produce, and there are certain small scale industries which are operating in this area of Bidadi. Then this district is known for, Ramanagara district known for 2 products, namely Channapatna wooden toys and silk. So as we discussed earlier, Ramanagara is one of the silk districts. Also Channapatna wooden toys, very famous at the international level also. You can see here this Channapatna toys. So it is eco-friendly, made of wood, so no any harm effects, and today government is giving lot of encouragement for this our Indian toy products. So you can see here beautiful Channapatna toys. Varieties are there which are today famous not only in India but at the international level. So next, coming to the next district in the Bangalore division is Chikkaballapur District. So Chikkaballapur District, from the Kolar District, Chikkaballapur was divided. It was formed on November 10, 2007. So earlier part of Kolar, then 2007 November 10th Chikkaballapur district was formed. There are 6 taluks in this Chikkaballapur district. Chikkaballapura itself is a taluk, Gauribidnur taluk, Bagepalli, Shidlagatta, Gudibande and Chintamani. These are the 6 taluks in the Chikkaballapur district. Nandidurga is a known hill station. As we discussed, Gandhiji stayed there. Sark summit took place. There is a Tippu drops also there. There is a Yoganandeshwara temple. All these are beautiful areas are there in on the top of Nandi hills. It's called Nandi Durga. So temples of Yoganandeshwara and Bhogan. There is a below the hills. There is a temple called Bhoganandeshwara, built in the time of Cholas. Many rulers ruled over this area. So beautiful temple called Bhoganandeshwara also is there. Kaivara, there is a famous sage called Kaivara Tathaya, and in his memory there is a temple built at a place called Kaivara. He was a mystic poet also called as Tathaya. He has written called Bhavishya or future. He has written many things what is going to happen in future in his own coded language. So Kaivara Tathaya, Kaivara, this is a Kaivara temple dedicated to Kaivara Tathaya. He was a great yogi mystic. And this is famous Nandi Hills, is a view from Nandi Hills, beautiful, it is a hill resort, hill station. Then Vidurashwata, another historical place in Gauribidnur Taluk. In the year 1938, flag satyagraha was held against the British. So the Indians hoisted our Indian flag as a protest against the British, and the British were angry, and many people were shot dead. So it is called as the Jallianwala Bagh of Karnataka. This Vidurashwatha in Gauribinur Taluk, where many Indian freedom fighters were shot dead by the British. In the same way how in Jallianwala Bagh in Punjab they were killed, same way. So for their as a memory for that, Veera Sauda has been built in memory of those people who sacrificed their life for the sake of country. Nidumamidi Bhatt of Vagepalli is well known. So it is a mutt called Nidumamidi Bhatt. Then Shidlagatta is known for its business center. Then it is famous for its silk business. So this particular, I told you, Kolar, Chikkaballapur and Ramanagara are called as the silk and milk district, famous for silk and milk. So this is the Veera Sauda, where many people sacrifice their life in Vidurashwatha, that is near Gauribinur. Then this is Antargange, where this is in Kolar District. Then Kolar District is famous for gold mines, KGF, Kolar Gold Fields. But as I told you in the previous slides, it is a exhaustible resource. Due to the mining over a period of time, now the gold has got exhausted and it has been closed down. Many people have lost their jobs also because of the closing down of this Kolar gold field. Then Bangarpet, Kolar, Mulabagilu, Malur and Srinivasapura are the 5 taluks of Kolar districts. So one is Bangarpet, Kolar, Mulabagilu. Mulabagilu is the easternmost, where first sunrise falls on Mulabagilu or Mudala Bagilu. Then Malur and Srinivasapura. These are the 5 taluks coming under Kolar district. The main occupation of the people of the district are agriculture. So they grow ragi, then vegetables, flowers are grown, grapes, mulberry, all these are grown. Dairying, that is milk production. Floriculture, very important for growing of flowers. Silk production, these are the main occupation in this district, that is agriculture, dairying, floriculture and silk production. This district is a dry land, often prone to drought. It is called Barapidita Jille, or always facing famine, lack of water. There is a scarcity of water in this particular areas. So even if you dig the borewells, it goes thousands of feet and they have the fluoride and other related problems. They have the fluoride content, which is not good for the health. Then a religious place called Chikka is famous. It is considered a small Tirupati. Tirupati Tirumala, famous in Andhra Pradesh. So we have a small here Chikka Tirupati in this Kolar district. It has many tanks. So that tanks means kere, which is necessary for irrigation. Antargange is an important historical place. Places like Hazrat Baba, Haidar Ali Dargah and Sri Padarayana Brindavana are all these areas famous in Kolar district. Then coming to the next district in this Bangalore division is the Tumkur district. Tumkur district was formed in the year 1832, so it's a very old district. Then well known for coconut. So Tumkur, you might have heard of Tiptur, so famous for coconuts. It is one of the largest districts of the state. Tumkur is one of the largest district and it has 10 taluks. They are Kortagere Taluk, Gubbi Taluk, Chikkanaikanhalli Taluk, Pavagada, Kunigal, Turuvekere, Tiptur. These are Madugiri, Sira and Tumkuru. So it is one of the biggest districts of Karnataka, formed in the year 1832. Then the district has many forts and that were built by the Palegaras. Palegaras were the subordinates of the Vijayanagara rulers. They were called as the Nayakas. Palegaras, the Palepattus, the land were called. The forts are Madugiri. Madugiri fort is there. Then Midigeshi fort. Then Nidugal, Devarayana Durga. Durga means fort. Devarayana Durga, Huliyuru Durga and Sira. So these were the forts which were built by the Palegaras, who were the subordinates of Vijayanagara rulers. So this is Madugiri Hills. There is a fort also. It is the monolithic. Monolithic means Ekashila, which is single stone. So This is the Madhugiri in Tumkur District. Then we have the Devarayana Durga. So is also there is a famous temple also there, Narasimha Swami temple. It is also a famous hills. Forts are built during the time of Palegaras. Devarayana Durga and Madhugiri. Then Tumkur is also known for his educational institutions. Free education and boarding facility is given to thousands of students at Siddhaganga Math. So Siddhaganga Math Sri Shivakumara Swamiji. So he was the brainchild behind all these things. Many Anna Dasoha and Vidyadana, many thousands told that at 10,000 students stay there. So have food there, have free education. It's a great institution there. And other institutions are also there, run by different educationists like Siddhartha Education. And there is a unique horse breeding station present in Kunigal. So for the horse, there is a breeding center at a place called Kunigal, which comes under Tumkur District. Next, Tumkur has been a very important industrial center. There the government provides all the industrial facilities so that the investors can come and invest their money and start industries. Madhugiri is a monolithic hill which is only one in Asia. In whole of Asia, this is the monolithic. As I told you, monolithic means a single stone. In the whole of Asia, this is the speciality of Madhugiri hills. Devarayana Durga, also a famous place. There is a folk song on the tank of Kunigal. And the Lakshmi temple of Goravanahalli of Kortagere Taluk is famous temple. There is a temple called Goravanahalli Mahalakshmi. It's a famous temple. People from different parts of Karnataka come and visit this famous temple. So this is in Kortagere Taluk. So children, so we are having an aerial view of Karnataka. So in this particular we discussed about the different districts. So today we discussed about Ramanagara, Chikkaballapur and Tumkur. In the next coming classes, we are going to discuss about the different districts which comes under Bangalore division. For the time being, we will stop now. So thank you and wish you all the best. Sai Ram.